Yeah, that's not going to work. Broke my own method there, and wasted everyone's time. I can only apologise. Right. No, Link, don't climb the lantern. Right. Ooh. Oy, oy. A lot of this game is just faff. Some of it, a lot of this isn't actually that difficult once you've got the farming down. It's just faff. Oh, there we go. Oh, why will Windows just install the updates it needs instead of hitting me with error codes? His Windows updates are more than a bit jank. You want the best updating experience. Linux and Mac technically win every time. Linux syntax is Mac has a GUI, but it's a pain in the arse, and the syntax for the terminal's a bit archaic because it's Unix. Whereas Linux is easy. Linux is sudo apt update, and then that's it. It just runs through all the updates. And if you want to be really fancy, sudo apt update -y ampersand sudo full upgrade, or dist upgrade, or just upgrade, depending on what you want it to do, -y. Just click those, runs through it, does it all, and then done. You don't have to reboot unless you've got an NVIDIA graphics card. Because Linux being Linux will install the updated driver, and then it will keep the graphics card going as long as humanly possible before the graphics card just suddenly goes, and then conks out until you reboot the system. As I've discovered with the machine learning servers at work. Kind of funny that people maxed out all armor upgrades for guides and to show which armor sets are the best when fully upgraded. And they did it a lot quicker, meaning they were probably very bored while playing for hours at a time. Oh yeah, they probably, you have to remember, I only play this game when I'm streaming, for the most part. I've done a couple of offline farms, but not very much. They've probably sat at the console and TV for hours and hours and hours and hours just doing nothing but farming. And that's why a lot of people have completed this game already, because they've had a lot more time to sit down and play it than I have. That's why the completionist has probably already completed this game. But, it is what it is. I'm one of the few lunatics who's at least trying to complete this game. Most sane people don't. That's why you streaming while farming is better. Well, yeah. It certainly helps me keep my sanity. The vast quantities of alcohol also helps, I suppose. And the good company, obviously. I've cocked something up here, haven't I? Right, let's try changing our locations. Whee! There we go. Five down. Many more to go. Okay. Well, the next one's going to be 6, so halfway there. And then I can finally try and get some of these upgrades off the books. Like I said, if I get the gemstone ones done... yes, hello. If I can get the gemstone ones done, then that frees up the gemstones for us to sell for rupees. Which will be nice, apart from the diamonds, which we need for the champion weapons, but we'll gloss over that for the moment. Yep. It's very pretty. I'll give the game that. That's very pretty. I wish I was Bob Ross so I could paint it. Or at least have the skills of Bob Ross. Or at least the time to focus my skills. But that one. I've still got a picture of Harry. One of the channel mascots that I've yet to finish, actually. I still need to do the rendering, and that's probably been a good 12 months that she's been sort of sat there unfinished. Not that I get any lunch hours to actually do any drawing these days, because, yes, busy. I don't even know what the update is, but Windows is saying nah when it's a Windows update. It'll probably be a security patch. It might be Windows Defender virus tools or something. I'm going the wrong place again. I need to go over here. You shine, down we go. Whee! Yeah, man. It says Windows 10 version 21H2 for 60 times 64-bit system. Oh, okay. That's a I don't know what they call it now. They used to be service pack updates. Oh, that's a big update. Right, okay, then. I have no idea what it's doing then. Windows updates failing is always a pain in the neck. You could try rebooting the PC and see if you get any joy, or it might just be a bad update. There are ways of going through and deleting the already downloaded update from the cache, but it's a faff. Come to think of it, I don't know. Because I've got a caching server set up, I don't know if my Windows updates are actually impacted by the caching. I suppose it pre-downloads the updates from the internet, so it then just pushes out to my workstation from the server. But I don't know. On a big network, on an enterprise network, that would be very useful. On my network, probably not. But you know what? It's something. I've got a caching server for all my games. for my Switch, for my PC, for my Steam Deck. So if I download a game now, the first time it downloads from the internet, and then the second time it downloads from the server. Same for Windows updates, technically, I suppose. Which technically means if I run the updates on my workstation, on the Cortana, then if I try and update any of the laptops in the house, or at least the Windows versions, they will all just pull the update directly from the network instead, which is quite nice, rather than from the internet. Because it's already been cached. Once again, completely pointless when you're on a fiber optic connection, but is what it is. Which one was that? I think it was... Oh, that's how tired I am. Right, I've just teleported myself 4 foot to the entrance of the tower. Okay, marvellous. Well, at least it reloads the map, I suppose. Oh, dear. Oh, dear, oh, dear. How many star fragments are we up to? 8. Okay, 4 more left. I can do that. Going fairly quick after all. Nope. Okay, must have been the other tower then. There's a lot of us who aren't on a fiber optic connection and only get 4 megabytes per second download speeds on a good day. In that case, a caching server would probably work quite well for you. Depending on how often you download the games. For me, because I do a few things with last minute continue, if I need to free up a bit of space, then I can delete something like Lethal Company or Dead by Daylight off the off my PC, off my gaming rig, and then when I come to re-download it, it pulls it from the cache. So for you, that would work brilliantly. You download the game once, and then it'll cache on your server, and then when you come to download it again, rather than you downloading off your 4 megabit per second internet connection, you're downloading it off your gigabit per second home server, which will probably be much quicker anyway. Because even if it's 4 megabits per second on your internet connection, your local network will still be limited to whatever you've got set up. For me, it's gigabit, I suppose. So the beauty of my PC now is that because it's a LAN 2.5 port, I get a wider bandwidth. So even though the internet connection going into the wall is still gigabit per second, I have a bigger bandwidth to do more stuff without things chugging. As far as I've worked it out, if I sat here and put my IT head on, I'd probably come up with a better explanation for that. But right now, I can't be bothered. All the freaking time I'm downloading games, whether it's PS4 or PC. I downloaded Switch games at my mum's where it was a much faster connection. I mean... Oops. Ow. Ow. Come on. Give me a star fragment. No. Okay, maybe I'm at the wrong tower. Or maybe I've completely lost track of what I'm doing. That's also entirely possible. Hyrule. I forgot to sit by the campfire. I must have forgot to sit by the campfire. The only time PC games are slow to download is if you decide to get ROMs with a VPN, where you basically have no choice unless you pay for the feature. But to use slow downloads. Otherwise, download speeds aren't bad depending on your ISP. Well, it's not just on your ISP, because it also depends on the medium you're using. If you're using just a copper broadband, then you're going to get slower than a mixed fiber. I call it mixed fiber because the internet company sold it as fiber, but it's basically fiber optic up to a connection cabinet, and then it was copper from the connection cabinet to your house. So you're still using old copper cables. I'm on full fiber, so I literally have a fiber optic line running from a telegraph pole outside the house, across to the house, then down to a connection box on the ground floor, just in case we leave BT so the engineer can simply just disconnect the fiber optic link. Then the other another fiber optic line runs up the wall into the side of the house, which then runs into a fiber modem, which then uses copper from the fiber modem, which is a Cat. I think I used a Cat 8, Cat 7 or 8 cable because I wanted to just be overkill about it. That Cat cable runs across the edge of the room into a gigabit switch, which then connects to the Wi-Fi modem, to the Wi-Fi router, which is just acting as an access point, as well as a few other gubbins, as well as a power line adapter connecting through the power lines in the wall to my workstation, to my PC in this room, and that's where my internet comes from. So yes. I can't. I went on a rant. I don't remember if I sat by this fire or not, so I'm going to do it again. Technically at work we have two speeds of network. We have gigabit coming out of the ports in the wall because the switches that we're using are gigabit. Or, in some instances, we use the phones on the desk as a pretty much basic switch, which are only 100 meg. So if you're an unlucky one, you've got your network connection running through the 100 meg switch on your desk, and therefore your internet speeds are rather slow. Mine are not, because I made sure mine was plumbed into the wall, basically. There we go. And 2 more. Marvellous. We should be able to get this done this evening then. Night. At this point. As long as I pay attention. And we don't have any weird things that happen. One more. And conveniently, Spawn rate, the spawns on this tower this time. And then... how many more star fragments do I actually need to farm? 12 more after this. There's 12 more for the wind set, because the wild set doesn't require star fragments. Yeah, so after this, the wind set, which ain't going to be too awkward. And we're golden. Nice. Every house around my block all have access to fibre optic. I, however, do not have that same access. Why? Oh, wait a minute. Is this this is the copper line fibre, I'm guessing, rather than true fibre? So you basically got like a little port outside the wall? Okay, well... For my fibre, like I said, it runs overhead directly to the telegraph pole outside the house. Virgin Media did a lot of stuff recently where they took up the road and put network fibre network ports in the pavements, which is part of it. BT didn't do that actually, but then again, BT usually have pretty good hold on most of the infrastructure since the original British Telecom put most of it in. I mean, technically BT have been using fibre optic for decades. I remember something about it on Tomorrow's World. Not that I originally saw that episode, but I saw a news round thing when I was rather younger, where they were covering Tomorrow's World, and there was a woman there holding up a loom of fibre optic cable saying, "This is the future of communication." I was like, oh, okay. We need to nationalise it. We need to nationalise... Yes. Before we nationalise internet connections and telephones, however, we need to nationalise water and probably electricity. You know, the things that we need. We don't need water running through private companies. No. Utilities should be nationalised as far as I'm concerned. I'm sure there are people who would complain about that, but fair enough, you're entitled to your own opinion, but I think that utilities should be nationalised. Right, that's 12. Done. Marvellous. Let's go and talk to the Great Fairy. I'm just waiting for some bright spark, or at least for Labour. I suppose I'll trust it to Labour, to turn around and set up their own power company. Because the thing is, they're all chasing massive profits, but all you need is just one power company who's going to basically go and say, well, we'll charge a low rate for our electricity. Everyone's just going to flock to them, and they will make an absolute killing. It's like death by 1,000 cuts. It's not a case that they're going to make lots of big killings. They're just going to make a vast killing out of all the smaller chunks coming in, because everyone's going to them, because they are very much the cheapest. Especially with the bad, sour taste that the bigger companies have left in one's mouth. Especially all the water companies, like Thames Water. Give me a minute just to sort this out. The thing is, there are such things as natural monopolies. Water, for example, it doesn't make sense to have competition. Or electricity, that's a massive one, because you can't have competition. What are you going to do? Are you going to have two national grids set up? No, because that would be bloody expensive. You have one national grid. In for a penny and all that. The railways should be nationalised as well. Instead, our railways are owned by the Italian government rather than the British government. You figure that one out. England has a water pollution problem thanks to private water companies. Yes, Thames Water, for example, who took out stupid loans in order to pay their shareholders dividends. Right, that's the Sapphire Circlet updated. Tesla had a great idea. Bury the lines underground. You get free internet, and it would most likely work better. He got screwed over by greedy fools, so RIP, which would have also fixed the download speed problem. Oh, I don't know, overhead fiber seems to work rather well. That's what I'm using. Overhead fiber cables, I've got no issue. And then America has the Nestle problem. The what now? Is that just because basically all chocolate is owned by Nestle? And then they tried to impose an embargo on Cadbury's because the chocolate is of a superior quality. And then I think Croft Food bought out Cadbury's and now they're trying to ruin it. Hey, Diamond Circlet's done. Marvelous. I used to use the Diamond Circlet almost as my main staple. Back in Breath of the Wild, at least, because it had the protection of the from the Guardian attacks. I wonder what I don't think we've got. I suppose energy beam protections, maybe. No. Majority of American water is owned by Nestle, and the CEO thinks water isn't a right. Oh, that one, right? Okay, marvelous. Right, Diamond Circlet's done. Can bin that off. What's this? The Ruby Circlet? Cool. Right. Nearly done. Ish. Or at least for some of these. Hey, does this mean you can sell any diamonds you farm now? I can sell some of them. Don't forget that we need diamonds to make the champion weapons. So I will have to keep a supply of at least 9 on me at all times. No, hold on. 3, 6, 12. 12 on me at all times. Anything over 12 is free game for selling, basically. Right, topaz, earrings. Start selling the topaz. They don't know how to fix the pipes, so you get water filled with rust, like when Ford started their company in Flint, Michigan. Factories like that ruin water quick. I can believe that. Move it up. Yes. Wait, I thought Flint, Michigan was less to do with rust and more to do with fracking, putting chemicals into the water table. And answer away. Cool. Right, that's the topaz earrings done as well. Oh, where are we up to? Champion's levers? Can I upgrade them? No. What am I missing? Light Dragon Horn, of course, because I missed the shot on that one. Eager Horn. Oh, rather eager armor. Can't do anything with that just yet. I could do the stealth, but I'm not going to. I need sneaky river snails and sticky frogs. I forgot to farm the sticky frogs. That's unfortunate. Yeah, same with Ohio, which is in a terrible condition last I remember. I can believe that. I have 3 star fragments over. I don't know why. Oh, yes, I do. I got them for the Sapphire Circlet, which I can't do because I'm out of Sapphire. For another round of Talus farming, should probably sort that. We need the Glico Guts, which I can sort out at a later date. Okay. Southeast Missouri as well. I think Flint has the problem, but I don't know. I'm not from Michigan. So, and with that... Oh yeah, I've still not finished the Snowquill stuff. Snowquill, however, requires Fire Breath Lizopos, and we still need to farm some of them. Right. Okay, and with that said and done, what I am going to do is I'm going to save the game. And then I will save the game. And then we will continue this next time. And there we go. Not long until we can kill the Great Fairy and take all our rupees back. Yeah, I wish. But unfortunately, no. They're gone forever. Forever into the void. But we now only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sets left to do. Sapphire Circlet we can probably finish after another couple of Talus farms. Tunica Memories and Champion's Levels will require us to do a bit more dragon farming. Ancient Heroes Aspect we can easily do next stream because we can just basically blitz through the 4 King Glycos in order to get the guts we need to finish that one up. Rubber Armor and Snow Skull are going to be a pain in the neck because I need Lizopos Tails. Stealth Armor is still a pain because I need at least 11 more Stealth Thin Trout, but hopefully they'll respawn by that point. Sneaky River Snails we need at least 5 of, and Sticky Frogs, but they're easy enough to farm. The wild set's going to be a pain in the neck because that requires a lot of different dragon components for us to get there, as well as some of the rarer rhino beetles. The cap of the wild set, the wind set even, are going to be really easy because that's just farming 12 more star fragments, so we can sort that. Eager set requires a bunch of Lizopos tails. Okay, the Eager set's going to be a pain in the neck. And the Zora set requires Hearty Bats and normal Lizopos tails. Okay, that's going to be a pain in the neck as well. Champion's Levers, Light Dragon parts, need them. Tunica Memories, we need Dragon parts. So we're basically reaching the point now where it's just hinging on Lizopos parts and Dragon parts. You know, the really fun things to farm. Oh well, with that said, if you're new here, hi, I'm Ezio. It's a pleasure to meet you. If you enjoyed what you saw, well, I'd really appreciate it if you'd hit that follow button, but the decision will always be yours. If you ever want to catch me live, well, I'll be right back here at 7... No, hold on. What day is it? Thursday. I'll be right back here at sometime on Saturday, probably 3:30-ish again, as we continue our journey into the world of this fascinating game. I think that's everything. Everything apart from a fang. Oh, no, it isn't. Of course not. If you've ever missed any of these streams, if you want to catch up with any of our journey into the world of The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom so far, or any of the other games, or journeys I call them, that we've ever been on here on this channel, you can find them all uploaded to the YouTube archive, linked in the panels down below, as well as on our website, intothevortex.co.uk. I think that's everything. Everything apart from a thank you to each and every one of you, be you a chatter, be you a lurker, be you watching live here on Twitch or in the YouTube archives. Thank you very much for joining me on this journey this evening. Thank you for joining me as we've travelled through the world of this infuriating game. And most of all, thank you for spending a little bit of your life here with me on the channel. It means the world. It always will do. And always does. Now, let's see if we have enough to pay the good vibes forwards, though. What we actually do. I'll see if there's anyone on the raid list, though it is late. And I should probably try and actually get some sleep for a change. No, not really. That's a waifu. Okay, come on. Right, no, not really. So with that said, with that done, to each and every one of you, may you all have a beautiful evening, morning, or afternoon, wherever it is around this whole wide world you are. And as always, until our paths next cross again, the Vortex awaits, and I will see you all next time.